Okay, hi there, Leo. Thank you for being here. I've got the cards already on the mat, on my tarot mat here, and I am using the Wandering Star Tarot deck, and I'm also using the Healing Energy of the Fairies Oracle card by Doreen Virtue, okay, which sort of looks like that, and the Wandering Star card looks like that. Okay, I'm just going to make the screen a bit bigger. Recording. Okay, so let's have a look. All right, so happy birthday as well, Leos, if you're watching this during the Leo season, because it is coming up to your birthday season. And yeah, let's have a look. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm just going to start saying, which is what I was picking up as well, you guys are actually kind of renegotiating what you want to do in your life. Okay, it could be very much work related. I feel like some of you also have had some kind of being suspended in some way, where you felt held back and things have had to be reviewed. That was my sense, and now I've got this, which is what the first card I opened up, which is to do with the Three of Wands. And if you're looking at the image there, she's holding the binoculars, looking through there. So this is a time for you to be really looking clearly. And in fact, not only, I say clearly, almost like a magnifying glass, and looking at the details of what's going to inspire you, okay? Because you are, after all, the lion, the sun of the sign, the zodiac sign. And this is for all placements who are looking for Leo. So if you're here, it's because there is something about your curiosity around your placements of Leo, or maybe even a cross watcher. Either way, you are now looking at the elements of your life that is going to inspire you, and perhaps also allowing to see where your kind of crowning glory is going to be. This is a real time for you to review your life in the most detailed way. Okay, check out what inspiration is there for you, and to also look at life through open eyes, so you can actually really see clearly what is ahead of you, moving away from the dross, from the clouds, and maybe the haziness. Because like I said earlier on, I do feel a sense of something's been holding you back, and now it's time for new beginnings, but more about setting the terrain. I feel like you're getting ready here, coming into this space about wanting to move forward, wanting to take action, wanting to adventure out. Okay, and here I feel like maybe you have been, interesting, okay, that you have had something that's held you back. And I think it could be also, we've got the Five of Wands here, so perhaps some of you are coming, perhaps some of you are coming from the energy of where things have been, you've been held back because there's been some competitiveness or some kind of personal attack, maybe even from the past, where you've begun to doubt yourself and you've had to put a hold on some of your actions, Leo. Okay, some of you also could have been maybe figuring out which way to go. What's interesting is she's holding Three of Wands here, okay, in her hand, and yet in the background of this picture there are three wands up there, okay, and there's been some kind of split of allegiances and alliances, I feel, and perhaps you're assessing now who and where and what needs to go, and what do you need to do to actually really confront perhaps somebody in your life or yourself as to where you want to actually take yourself further. Okay, for some of you it is about some work situation, maybe being held back by wrangles or some competition, and feeling that you've had to defend yourself. But I do feel that in some way, whatever's happening for you now, if I'm looking at this in the order of the opening of the cards, okay, but also I let it be fluid, some of you are going to get something completely out of the blue. Okay, it could be a shock, okay, something you're not even aware of, that's coming your way, okay, or something is going to be coming out the blue that is going to throw you, break down your system, okay, because perhaps some of you as well, you could have been stuck for a long time looking at things and not actually making a move, and maybe just assessing things too long, and something is going to release you from that kind of position of being held back or actually not moving forward. All right, so this is going to read differently for all of you. I'm just going to open the three the top cards here as well. Yeah, like I said, in some way I feel it's really important, okay, that some of you have been held back. I've got the card of vacation here. Some of you might be on vacation and maybe even thinking about taking a vacation, so looking at different holidays and where would you like to go, and maybe even being a tourist right now, okay. So as you're coming into this reading, some of you could be traveling and doing that, but perhaps you might find some inspiration from your travels. Okay, really important. For some of you, like I said, I'm reading it as this vacation could be like a forced way of, maybe you've been feeling quite apathetic and feeling that you don't really quite know how to move forward. And it is possibly related to wanting to take a break for some of you, I feel like, to do with your work. Okay, wanting to put a hold, perhaps wanting to put some situation where you've not known where to go and where to put your voice out, and you're taking a break from that. Okay, some of you, it's interesting because I've got the feeling safe card together with the Five of Wands. Very interesting here. I feel like some of you actually maybe have not been feeling safe, perhaps in your work situation, maybe in your relationship, and you are really kind of at a loggerheads and wanting to start feeling safe again. Okay, for some of you, this is going to be very much about having to yield your sword down. Okay, if you've been in a fight, perhaps maybe you've been in a wrangle or a divorce or some kind of situation where you have been feeling unsettled and having to kind of mind your step as well, and maybe wanting to build some security that you've not had for a while, and maybe you've been feeling unsafe. Okay, best thing is not to compare yourself to other people as well, I'm getting, for some of you. Okay, so really kind of, get yourself off that horse of certainly off your high horse, but I'm thinking about more about the competitiveness and that kind of comparison. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, because I think in some of you as well that maybe somebody's made a comparison accidentally, verbally as well, it could be, and you have felt attacked, and now you're a bit wary of where you are going. It is really important that you create some harmony, come back to yourself through that familiarity, either by joining your family for some of you as well. I've got the family harmony card here as well. Okay, so this is somewhere we're moving on to, perhaps moving towards that somewhere that's going to give you that sense of belonging. All right, when I see the word family, I feel like this is where we belong. If you look at this inner child as well, for some of you actually it could be really inner child work. Maybe you felt attacked and you're now feeling very vulnerable and feeling unsafe, some of you. Okay, and this is really important that you do some inner child work, and this child is holding on to its mother or onto the adult figure there. Okay, and you need to tap into that. So if some of you are holding, maybe some destruction is happening and has made you feel very insecure, very unstable as well. Okay, and maybe you could do with talking to your inner child to give it the stability that you need and that reassurance that you need and you're craving for. All right, do know that the Tower card, I love the Tower actually, because it's an opportunity for us to reconstruct from the deconstruction. All right, I feel like some of you, I'm getting the feeling that you've held yourself back too long, and maybe it could be getting a boot from the universe as well. Universe is very good at doing that. If we're actually sort of staying in the safety shores of something that's not very healthy for us as well, maybe where there are differences and it's too much of a split between your partner as well, and you start staying and you're just kind of literally staring at each other, or not even staring at each other. I walked past a cafe yesterday here locally, and I was I'm always watching people, and I'm aware that we're going through Venus retrograde, and it's a really amazing time to be reevaluating our relationships. And I couldn't help notice this couple who were sitting together, and they were not even together. They were looking apart. They were clearly in some kind of conflict or not a happy place right now. They could be working it out. I did sort of sense that. I wonder if they'd be working it out. But some of you, if you're not brave and bold enough to want to work something out that needs working out, bringing out onto the table and actually discussing it, you are going to get a Tower moment. You're going to get where somebody's just going to say, that's it, I don't want to do this anymore. Or you are going to do that to somebody and say, that's it, this is not what I want. Okay, maybe you've come to realization that you can see things clearly. So if you look at that eye, they're right on the Tower. This is something that you can see that no longer fits, that no longer is acceptable, or it does not fit your sense of being at home, especially with the family harmony again as well. Really important that that we feel at home with our environment, our home life, building, exterior, our social life as well. We want to feel at home. So some of you if you've been ignoring the signs around this, you will find that there will be some kind of clarity and being able to see things clearly. And I'm really now seeing this as well in all the 3 tarot cards, despite the fact she's looking through the binoculars there. And if you look at the 2 lepers, they're really staring at each other, but maybe you're able to see something so clearly now that you can't pretend. All right, so Leo, I'm going to leave this for you, because this is really a time for you as well to honor your strength, your power as well, and to also be able to shine in the world. But you certainly cannot do that while you're actually hiding from something. But I do feel as well that maybe some of you need to take a vacation, literal or otherwise, or from a situation either at work or through a relationship, some of you. Okay, I'm going to just turn this deck upside down. Yeah. Okay, so at the bottom of the healing of the fairies card, I do feel like some of you need to honor your dreams a bit more, okay? Because this is an opportunity now for you to really claim the values you want, so you can make the dreams come true. I've got this at the bottom of the deck here, all right? And moving forward fearlessly again. So, you know, I feel like with this, you know, the tower is going to sort of knock you maybe out of your comfort zone. But, you know, if that happens to some of you, this is a really good card to confirm that you just move forward. I know that this could happen as well, because astrologically aligned, there's going to be some kind of Uranian square, some kind of planetary activity. Like I said, I've not really been studying my astrology so much because I'm trying to keep it off the reading, but I know energetically that could be happening. But whatever's doing that, you're going to have a peace of mind. So even if it means that the tower moments happened, if you're bold enough to really accept what's happening, you will come to a place of peace of mind, which is at the bottom of the deck as well, you guys. And even opening up to some happily ever after in a miracle as well. So be rest assured, Leo, if something is going to be rocking your life that's coming up, which could suggest very much with the tower being here, this is offering you the opportunity to kind of really start creating a safe haven for yourself, and one that's far more in harmony to your values and your truth, okay, in terms of what you want to create. I am going to now go on to the chakra cards. All right, some chakra cards, chakra pebbles, gemstone. Okay, lovely. Okay, you've got the sacral chakra. Okay, so this is very much about harmonious relationships, creating the balanced relationships, not from the heart, but actually harmony and making the right choices, being honest with yourself here. Okay, this is the sacral chakra here, which is by strengthening this. So if you were to find yourself suddenly knocked sideways by maybe what could be happening, or some kind of accusation, or maybe something not working in your favor and that makes you feel unsafe, working with the sacral chakra will definitely help you to carve that sense of safety and security, particularly in yourself as far as creativity is concerned, but also in your relationships as well. I think some of you, if you've not been engaging in a particularly I would say healthy situation, be it at work or in a personal relationship as well, the sacral chakra will help you to actually sort of create the emotional boundaries and the power of choice that you are going to require. Okay, so I'm going to look for a quick sacral chakra mantra. Let's have a look. I'm going to give you one. Let's see, what's that one? Nope. Okay, this one's really coming out to me. All right. Okay, so this one just simply says, I take responsibility for my own happiness. All right, so it's very much a sacral chakra mantra. Okay, these are just some cards I've laminated and had them printed out and laminated. I take responsibility for my own happiness. Okay, now we can only create, life will throw a set of challenges time and time again, and sometimes it can be relentless, sometimes it can feel really unfair and really cruel. Okay, and you might think, what the hell is going on? I've had nothing but a bad run of luck. Okay, as in bad luck. I just feel that in some way, some of you, sometimes when this happens, it's doing us, it's to almost to kind of make a diamond out of ourselves, okay? But the buck stops with us no matter what happens. And it really is a case of taking responsibility for your own happiness. So do the sound of O, okay? You could do that, or choose any kind of vibrational sound, or a YouTube. I always say this. I will eventually do these videos myself. But in the meantime, just even visualizing the sacral chakra, the color orange in that spot between the navel and your root chakra, just two widths worth of your fingers down from the navel is where your sort of sexual center and your womb is, and there you can actually really create a life of creativity as well as spark of owning and taking responsibility for your happiness. So do work on your sacral chakra. All right, Leos, it's really important, particularly at this time. All right, and often our sense of safety and grounding comes from the two lower chakras as well. Okay, very, very important. So let's have a look. I've got here now the Oracle of the Roses. Again, I've chosen this because we've got Venus retrograde, and we've got here the Knight. Now, I wonder if this would be like you being your own knight in the shining armor type thing. So again, taking the responsibility for your own creation. This is called the Duke of Edinburgh rose, okay, and that's the image of that rose. So let's have a look. And I'm going to quickly look at this book and read you what this says. Okay, this is really nice. It's quite apt. All right, it says here, the people and the energies we place our desires and attention on should be where we feel a sense of home rather than battle. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You want to create a place where it feels safe, your home life, okay? And perhaps maybe this is what's been happening, and you've been having a lot of arguments and fraught sense of feeling, some of you Leos. Okay, it's obviously not going to speak to everybody, so do check out other signs, whether it's your rising or your nodes particularly, okay? But this is going to speak to hopefully some of you out there who's listening. Go in the direction and choose not so much the comfortable place, but the place that is true for your heart. I mean, that is exactly so important as well. And I'm wondering as well if some of you have been staying, because you've been almost, I'm going to read this somewhat differently. You've been staying in the safety of what you know that's secure, and yet you feel really stagnant and it's not moving. And maybe this is, this is underneath. The safety card was on top of this card. And, there's something about this card that's very staid. They're just sort of stationary. There's no movement, just looking at each other, okay? So maybe you've been doing that, and the universe is saying, hello, no, this is not the life you deserve, and you can have more, and you've got to go for more. Or just trust that by leaving the safety shore of what you know, you can actually create a harmony in your home life. Family is your home. It's your hearth. Okay, that's what family is, and that's with your people around you. It could be kids around you, your partner around you, your friendship, your environment. Okay, it could be a village, town, wherever. Okay, it's really important that you choose where to go that nourishes you, where your heart is calling you, Leos. So it says, we risk the loss of ourselves in the pursuit of what we think we desire without sometimes stopping to evaluate. The Knight is ready to go into battle at all times for all the people and ideals they serve. Dedication and devotion should always be the alignment with the positive values of the Knight for a harmonious life. Well, I think it really is in keeping with your card spread here. And maybe also this is about you having to go into battle, right, for what you really want as well. And so claiming that and not to be afraid, because like I said, you already have the dreams coming true and moving forward fearlessly. So it says, what have you been fighting for or with? Is it time to resolve or depart? Okay, from the quest. So again, perhaps you need to leave a situation, perhaps you need to leave something that you've actually been holding on to, and if not, the universe will certainly do that for you. Okay, so take comfort in knowing that the universe is always got your back. It's always supporting you, and no matter how things might feel, and sometimes on shaky ground, it is doing it to serve us, ourselves, and for us to move on to a much more liberated and a true, vibrant life. Okay, Leos, I am going to leave your reading here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And for those new subscribers, thanks so much for subscribing and for being here. I truly hope you're getting something out of these readings. And I will catch you in my next reading in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks for now. Thanks for listening, and bye for now. Bye.